Welcome back. Today, well, I've been waiting in quite high anticipation because it's another episode of Reincarnated as a Slime. And, well, you probably know by now how much I love my stupid premise fantasy type shows. And of course, everything that's happened so far, well, Rimuru has found himself a cute little dragon friend and has coincidentally stumbled across a goblin tribe who recognise that, quite rightly, he's somewhat overpowered, for a slime at least. Well, I'm wondering how these interactions are going to go, so let's just jump straight into it. And is now residing in the slime's stomach. And slowly gaining skills. I wonder if there is a limit to what he can actually learn just by trying. And I'm pretty sure that those adventurers that went into the cave, let's call it a cave, are going to be somewhat important. Yeah. They had somewhat of a generic appearance, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure if it's something that this story is going to cover, but I wonder in what way does a goblin society differ from humans, other than just being, green and goblins, but take how we lived a couple thousand years ago. They probably have about the same technology. Didn't they have one guy, but he was lost in the battle previously? Quite an ill-fitting helmet you've got there. Well, they've got to fight for their lives and their village. They don't really have a choice otherwise. Why are you lying like that? Well, it didn't have to be quite so violent with him when spitting him out, but yeah. So he can accelerate healing quite thoroughly by somewhat ingesting them. Yeah, it's quite nice that you spent all that time destroying the ecosystem of the cave. You're doing it in an order which very aggravated my OCD. I like the goblin with a beard. To what extent can goblins grow facial hair? Why exactly do the wolves want to destroy the goblins other than A, for food? I don't think the village itself is in a great strategic position, so. Does every creature in this world have some level of sentience? Leading from the front. Is he still holding back his aura? And of course, they all look the same apart from that one who's his son. Nice attempt, old man. They were moving that fast to kill themselves on the thread. He's either going to cut him in half with like a wind blade or something. Well, decapitation works as well. Do you forfeit? Another power move would be to devour the corpse in front of them. Yeah, hopefully they'll have the wherewithal to self-preservation. Mimic direwolf. I suppose, yeah. If he's able to do the snake from before, then I'll just become one. I think the translation might have been off there. Remember the time when he barely spoke and forced all the goblins to the floor? Not the not the most frightful growl though. Well, you killed their boss. They see the greater strength there. Slightly odd to have a wolf pack with leader as a slime. Now that they've submitted, is he going to heal the wolves that were injured but didn't die? The fact that you can integrate the two races like that. Especially after they've been killing each other. Is there not going to be any animosity or fear? Do you have to explain it on that level? Hopefully it's that easy and works. Having someone as powerful as he is, though, they have no other way other than just accepting it. Are you going to build like a dog pen for all the wolves? Wasn't only one of them had names, and he was the fighter one who died against the wolves? Said something like that last time, didn't they? Hmm. You sure you have the energy to spare, old man? Is he just chanting name, 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 name? Keeping the name alive kind of thing. Well, we've already been privy to the information that names carry a certain weight to them. Okay, potato face. Imaginative naming. Since he's worrying about him, I'm guessing that naming carries a strain if you're going to do it. And Rimuru is just powerful enough to kind of negate that. It's one thing to have a village of goblins subservient to you now, but to just acquire an entire pack of wolves. Sure. He's now kind of like a pet. You can see the relation between wolves and dogs. The effects of naming. Basically, he's used up all of his MP and, wow, 3 days for recovery? I wonder if he'll have some sort of resistance skill now built up because he went through this. So he's basically in a coma. But they all got names anyway. And now they're revering him as some sort of deity. Building a shrine to Rimuru. Slime shrine. Yes, morning. sure. I don't think. Yeah, you don't remember them, but all the goblins kind of look the same anyway. But naming obviously comes with certain benefits, such as turning you into Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember the guy that had a name before that killed in the wolves was slightly bigger than all the others? And the fact that the old guy turned to this just proves how strong the slime is. Stop flexing. I think you're a bit too eager to see your master. You can do that from wagging your tail. Oh, he just didn't change. So I think I found the comic relief character. Oh, for a second I thought you were going to go through quite a few of them. Hobgoblins and goblinas. Good question. Seems convenient. I'm not sure about that though, because you could make the same kind of claim about the goblins. It's like they all were a clan and whatnot. Or is it because he gave them a family name? You've got to learn to control yourself, Ranga. How many surprising abilities a random creature's gonna have? And are the goblins hunter-gatherers? It doesn't look like they've got any sustainable farming. Do you have a mustache? Why have you got a mustache? Was it so that you could do that? You remind me of the principal from Nishijou. Good thing there aren't any deer nearby. Did all of the Tempest Wolves decide to shrink down? Okay. Yeah. No questioning the Almighty. Fair enough. Also, because you don't want to draw any unnecessary attention on yourselves? I don't know how I feel about a slime blushing. Well, that one's kind of self-evident. They were weak before, they know what it would be like. Ah, I didn't think of that angle, though. You don't want an uprising on your hands. He was already the elder, so no. They've come far in the past few days. You know how to delegate work. Well, he was a salary man, so yes, that would make sense. Oh, there's a deer. Monday. Yeah, 2 of the 3 important steps. So while they may have evolved and grown stronger, their knowledge of architecture and infrastructure hasn't developed. It's good. Stop blushing. Who would trade with goblins? It seems they're more advanced than I gave them credit. I was expecting like more goblins or something to make it not so strange, but going straight for dwarf angle now. Nice. One of the classic. Stop it. One of the classic fantasy races. So far we've had slimes, goblins, wolves, now dwarves. Yep. Comic relief character. I'm not sure how I feel about the nobles in the back. Unnamed characters always have a bit of a reputation. So Rimuru can grow exponentially, I guess, by what he can consume and defeat. Or defeat and consume. Doesn't have to be in that order, actually. So also the ability to mimic anything is pretty damn powerful. And considering the details that has been let slip already, I know that he obtains a human form. I just don't know how. I wonder if it is mimicry rather than what we've seen so far where he has to ingest them, because I'm not sure how I feel about that. Or will there be, if there'll be any moral implications. Oh yeah, we didn't see that version of the goblin that was brought up. I liked the fact that they all almost immediately grew stronger and evolved, and but still their cultural level didn't really accelerate at all. And does naming something have an effect? I mean, does the monster or person or whatever naming a creature affect its skills after the fact? Such as if just some random goblin with a high magic capacity named something, would it have the same strength transference as if Rimuru did it, or is because Rimuru is so strong and has this massive aura and whatnot, just made all the goblins super fucking buff. And bountiful. Didn't think I'd be saying that. And is naming the only way to evolve? Like, can the goblins just get to a hobgoblin stage by defeating a lot of things and gaining experience? Does this world work like a RPG? I kind of hope that this expedition and trade with the dwarves goes well. I would like to see dwarven-made clothing on goblins. It's just a weird thought to me. And hopefully not looking like a pillaged and ransacked stuff like you'd usually get. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed, because I liked this one. And if you did, as Rimuru put it, 3 ways. Only this time it's not quite like don't fight with humans and whatnot, but like the video, comment down below. It's kind of weird to do with my hands. And subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you've already done most of these, you can do the notification bell as well to make sure that you don't miss any episodes. And for episode 3, we've been thrown into a world that seemed quite jovial so far. The threats don't really seem all too bad. Especially since the big powerful god was already removed in the first one. Is it going to be like most things and the biggest hurdle is going to be humans? Hopefully you'll join me to see that, so get some rest. I'll see you in another one. So get some rest, I'll see you in the next one. This channel wouldn't be possible without all of you, and you have, honestly, my deepest gratitudes. Of course, there are a few that go above and beyond. For example, Flawed Otaku, who shows once more just how amazing he is. To all of you out there, truly, thank you.